What is up, everyone? Welcome back to day 10 of the Double Masters Showcase Cards Name and Number Crunch. And as of today, it looks like we have everything spoiled. The last three cards were kinda spoiled today, and I'll get into that in just a second. But first, let's take a look at our first spoil card, which is Sword of Body and Mind, sitting at the 363 slot. So this all but pretty much confirms that all five swords are going to be in the set as box toppers. We got a nice Sword of Body and Mind from Steve Panscott, I believe. Just a really nice choice for this set. Even though we had them as masterpieces, I wasn't like, I liked the Kaladesh inventions in their style, but I wasn't necessarily a fan of the foiling process that they used on them. Although I think it really helped prevent curling on the foils, because it was more of like a foil on the accentuations of the card and not on the actual card itself. But we do have all five swords, because as you probably saw when I started the video, Sword of Light and Shadow was also spoiled today at the 366 slot. This was this is a slot that Wizards could have really thrown a surprise at us. They could have made something like Sword of the Meek or Sword of the Animist, and just thrown us all through a loop. That would have been pretty funny for Wizards. They only printed 4 of the swords, and then instead of Light and Shadow, they gave us something else, just like completely off the wall, that was Sword of something that wasn't Light and Shadow, but could be before War and Peace, which would be Sword of anything, really. But we have Sword of Light and Shadow, very nice art by Kev Walker, and I am pretty stoked about this. You know, my dream is to just like open one of each foil, probably do something crazy like get them graded and put them up and frame them or something nuts like that. But we have all five swords, so that left only one card that has yet to be officially spoiled. And I say officially spoiled, but there was a leak that potentially showed the fuller version of Toxic Deluge, which is something we had talked about yesterday, with Thoughtseize being printed at 344, and what card could be the 345 spot. That was a black card in the T's through Z, or a red card from A through B. I had saw some Reddit threads, and popular speculation was Toxic Deluge, and apparently, I mean, if this is a fake, this is a very convincing fake. It has the right card number, it has the seal. It just would look like there's nothing on this card that would make me think that this is a hoax. So it looks like our last rare is Toxic Deluge, which is a perfectly fine card. I'm not gonna say I'm like super excited about it. You know, the dream was to have Imperial Seal. That dream was crushed yesterday. But I mean, if Imperial Seal was the card, that I don't even know what the price point on a foil alternate art Imperial Seal would be. It would probably be in comparison to like the original Portal 3 Kingdoms. But Toxic Deluge is a great card. It does fit pretty well into a number of commander decks. It does see some play in Legacy. So we have all 40 of our box topper showcase cards for Double Masters. And I think it's a pretty solid lineup, all things considered. Some people are not necessarily happy with commons and uncommons being shifted up. And to that, I can understand their reservation. This is the first time that we've really had something like this, where we've had commons and uncommons spoiled, and the exclusivity of this particular kind of card for this product is really going to determine the price point for it. It could be that people only look at the cards from a playing perspective, and if they can get the cheapest version of the card that they want to play with, that's going to determine the price. And you're going to see cards like their Urzatron lands and Crop Rotation and Fatal Push be cards that just don't command a high price point. But if there's a real collector's initiative to get these cards, then I can see these cards at least being at the $40 price point that they need to be in in order to make it worth it to get something like a VIP booster pack. So that's going to play out over the next year. We're going to see how that works out. I for one would be pretty happy with most of these cards. There's nothing in here that screams to me like Balefire Dragon did in the Ultimate Masters box toppers, where just Balefire Dragon just it wasn't anything particularly exciting. We could argue that the Urzatron lands aren't particularly exciting. We can argue that Fatal Push isn't particularly exciting. Actually, to me, Fatal Push isn't particularly exciting, but we'll have to see how that works out from a collection standpoint. To me, the rest of these are just fantastic cards to go after as a collector. And you'll probably see me open these up with like some gloves on or something, putting them in cases to go get them shipped off to get graded, and hopefully get some good grades on them, because I'm looking to collect most of these, but there's also some of them that I just want to put into a deck. Like if I get all 5 swords plus Stoneforge Mystic, you're probably going to see me try and build a green-white equipment deck. It's just, we're going to see how the cards play out for me. But I hope you all enjoyed the video. I hope you all were excited for the spoiler season and are thinking about what you're going to do now that spoiler season is over for this particular product. The rest of the Double Master set spoilers should be done tomorrow. So we'll know the entirety of the set, and we know all 40 of the box toppers, with Toxic Deluge hopefully being confirmed for tomorrow. It would be pretty crazy if it wasn't Toxic Deluge and like they all of a sudden just spoiled Vampiric Tutor at rare or something. That would just be crazy, but I don't anticipate that happening. So we're going to get a good look at Double Masters tomorrow. Probably over the weekend I will make up some videos doing a evaluation of all 40 of the box topper cards and how I feel about them. That'll probably be coming next week on Monday and Tuesday most likely. And then the following week we're going to be cracking some packs because the product will be out. I will have gotten my allocation that I have pre-ordered from my LGS, and I will be sharing my joys and miseries with all of you on YouTube that tune in to these videos and would like to see. So until next time, if you like the content, give it a thumbs up. If you don't like the content, give it a thumbs down. If you have something you want to say, feel free to say it in the comment section below. I read them all, and I try to respond as many as I can in the most timely. It may not be the most timely manner, but I do generally respond to every comment, whether it is just with a reaction or some actual text response. And if you could give me a subscribe, it would really help me out. Until next time, you all take care, stay safe, and goodbye.